unBEElievables. Welcome, welcome to our hive, honeycomb home where we thrive. Into light and sweetness dive, guards greet you when you arrive. For hive harmony we strive, we keep busy staying alive. Welcome to our hive, honeycomb home where we thrive. Honeybees will often use a hollow tree trunk as a site to build a hive. They may live there for several years. The structure of the hive is called a honeycomb, and it is made of many hexagonal cells of beeswax. Bee anatomy. Lovely legs, lovely hue, lovely long antennae too, lovely eyes, lovely wings. But ouch! How in the end it stings. A honeybee's body has three segments: a head, a thorax, and an abdomen. The head has two antennae that are used for touch, taste, and even smell. Below is the antennae, are two large compound eyes with thousands of tiny lenses that detect motion, and three small simple eyes that are sensitive to light. The thorax has three pairs of legs and two pairs of wings. The abdomen has the digestive and reproductive organs, and in female bees only a stinger at the tip. Queen bee, I am no ordinary bee, I'm royalty. A queen, you see. I don't just raise a family, I rule a whole society. Each day I lay 2,000 eggs. Believe me, that's tough on the legs. My doting daughters feed my belly, and I was raised on royal jelly. My princely sons are known as drones. Not one of those boys ever phones. When it's too crammed, then I take wing. With such a life, who needs a king? The queen bee is fed royal jelly, a protein-rich base, and eventually becomes the largest bee in the hive. Worker bees tend to all her needs, feeding and grooming her around the clock. During breeding season, the queen lays as many as 2,000 eggs a day, creating a colony of up to 80,000 bees. Drone, brother, yo brother, behave in your hive. Hey drone, don't moan, don't groan, and don't jive. Your fate is to mate. Don't be late. Find a queen. Hey big eyes, hey bug eyes. Be cool. Make the scene. All drone bees in a hive are brothers. Their only job is to mate with a queen bee from another hive, and they have very large eyes to help them find one. Drones are stingless and cannot defend the hive or forage for food. After mating, they die. Worker bees, sister, 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 sister. Not one brother, not one mister. See us sisters work all day, dawn to dusk, no time to play. We must feed the needy queen, drones and babies, and we clean. When it's hot, we fan the air, have the hive in good repair, always working, building, slaving, never, ever misbehaving. All worker bees in a hive are sisters. Their most important job is to feed the queen, the drones, and the larvae. They must also make beeswax and build the honeycomb, clean the hive, guard the hive's entrance, fan the hive to keep it cool, collect nectar from flowers to make honey, and carry pollen from flower to flower. Summer hummer. I'm the hummer of summer, so busy with buzz, a never hum drummer, all covered with fuzz. I'm a nectar collector, make wax to the max, a beehive protector, I never relax. I'm a lover of clover, a seeker of scent, a zigzag fly over, a thing heaven sent. I'm a dancer, a prancer, my own pollination, a flower enhancer, a summer sensation. Like all insects, honeybees are cold-blooded and most active during the summer months. In winter, they cluster together for warmth, feeding on stored honey. There are as many as 20,000 known species of bees, but fewer than 10 known species of honeybees. Bee coming. From egg I hatch in just 3 days, beginning my new larva phase. I dwell in 6-sided cell. My cozy home befits me well. Then, as a pupa, how I change, becoming something else so strange. My body slowly grows until I'm truly unbelievable. The bee life cycle begins when the queen bee lays an egg in a honeycomb cell. After the larva hatches, worker bees feed it royal jelly and then bee bread, a mixture of honey and pollen. A queen bee larva skips the bee bread and gets royal jelly continuously. The cell is then sealed with beeswax by a worker. Inside the cell, the larva spins a cocoon and changes into a pupa, growing legs, wings, and other organs until it breaks free from the cell as an adult bee. Waggle dance. We dance, we prance, we waggle, we wiggle. Come glance at our stance. While we jiggle and wiggle, our dance round and round shows where flowers are found, and our figure eights show where pollen awaits. Scout bees are workers who perform different dances to alert the other bees as to where flowers may be found. If flowers are nearby, they perform a simple round dance, moving in loops in alternating directions. But if flowers are further away, they perform a more intricate waggle dance, a figure 8 pattern. Honey, so many blossoms, so many flowers, so much flying, hours and hours, so much nectar needed to eat, so honey, all will end up sweet. Bees begin to make honey by taking nectar from flowers and depositing droplets of it inside the hive's honey cells. Then they fan the nectar with their wings to remove moisture. Later, they cap the cells with wax, which helps the nectar thicken into honey. A colony of bees may visit more than 1,000,000 flowers to make just 1 pound of honey. Pollen. Pollen on my legs and feet. Pollen on my wings that beat. Pollen on my cheeks and chin. Pollen on my abdomen. I just took a pollen shower. I'm fuzzy, flying flower. One of bees' most important roles in nature is a process called pollination. When a bee lands on a flower to collect nectar, the flower's powdery pollen sticks to her antennae, her fuzz, and her legs. When she moves to the next flower, she deposits some of the pollen, enabling the plant to reproduce. The Beekeepers. We're the boys in the hood, girls in the hood too. We always wear white, the beekeeping crew. Check out our white gloves, check out our white boots. Hey, dig our white veils and baggy white suits. We're keeping the bees. We fret and we fuss. We're keeping the bees. Or do they keep us? Beekeepers have been harvesting honey from man-made hives for more than 4,000 years. In the past, beekeepers used woven straw baskets called skeps as hives, but today most use wooden or plastic boxes. Beekeepers wear gloves, boots, and hooded suits, usually white, to protect them from bee stings. They also may use a bee smoker to generate bee calming smoke. Bees buzz. All day we bees just buzz and buzz. That's what we does and does and does. Why are we full of fuss and fuzz? Because the fuzz helps pollen stick to us. Bees beat their wings rapidly when they fly. This causes the air around them to vibrate, and the vibration creates bees' signature buzzing sound. The fuzzy hairs on bees' bodies have an electrostatic charge which helps attract a flower's pollen grains. Swarm. When it's too crowded, then We form a cloud of bees that's called a swarm. We crowd and cram. We pull and push upon a post or branch or bush. Each scout seeks out a nice new nest. We pick the site that suits us best, and then we build a honeycomb, a busy, buzzy, home sweet home. When the hive gets to be too crowded, the queen sets out with a swarm of loyal workers to start a new colony. Scout bees search for a new nest site while the other bees wait, crowding together on a branch post or bush. After the best site is selected, the worker bees secure wax and then begin building a new honeycomb. Where are the bees? Bees give us sweet honey. They pollinate flowers. The beeswax in candles keeps burning for hours. But some hives have vanished. Some bees disappeared. From mites or pollen or illness, it's feared. Let's hope that before long the bees come back strong and hives will be humming, bees buzzing along. Since 2006, thousands of honeybees colonies have disappeared. Scientists believe mites, various pesticides, or fungi may be responsible for what is called colony collapse disorder. It is important that we try to remedy this situation, not only for the sake of the bees and their honey, but also because many crops and wild plants depend on bees for pollination.